All right. So when we talk about expanding and growing and creating our lives and the things that we want out of love, we we talk about it and we're coming from a place that is happening, right? Because it's easy to say these things, but it's so hard to discount, you know, the influential triggers that are in our face, whether it be, you know, friends and family saying, oh, if you do that, then this is going to happen. And, you know, you can't possibly. And when people like, that's why they always say things like, don't tell people what you're going to do, because their fucking shitty energy can try to like kind of cock block you. And that's exactly what happens. Like, your friends or your family will say, oh, don't do that. That's like the whole thing when they say, oh yeah, first they'll laugh at you, and then, you know, and then they'll, you know, and then they'll congratulate you, and then they will, you know, mimic you or whatever the fuck they say. But the point is, it's so easy for me to sit here and say that, oh, it's so easy for them to sit there, for me to sit here and say, oh, you know, create from a place of love, start from a place of love, and blah, 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 blah. That's bullshit. Because, like, right now, I need to make a decision where I have to be brave. And the other day, we got the Infinity card from the Oracle, and basically it was saying, look at the big picture. Nothing's going to happen to you. Stop being afraid that something's going to happen to you. If there is whatever problem or whatever it is that arises in your life that's adverse and stressful and hard, and you have to find the faith and courage to know that there's also a solution there. And and sometimes you have to blindly jump into that by setting the tone. It's almost like, it literally is, I hate to say it, like fake it till you make it. But let me tell you, the worst possible idea has happened to me so many times. And then when it happens, even though it's very stressful and upsetting going into it, I start to go, oh, well, I'm in it now. And it's not, I don't want to say it's not that bad, because it sucks. It feels like shit. But there's almost a relief that comes over you when whatever rock bottom has hit, or whatever, etc. To that effect, that, you know. And so I want you to know, collective, I'm going through stuff too, you know. And I wouldn't say this, so if this resonates and you need the legs and the wings so that you can walk or keep moving forward, or so that you can fly and you can know that, you know, it's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? You'll be all right, no matter what it is. And, you know, yes, I think that situations tend to look impossible, but nothing's really impossible. If there is a problem in front of you, there is a solution somewhere, always. One thing won't exist without the other. So, in some instances, sit on your hands. Don't walk yourself into a hole out of fear. That's kind of what I'm telling you. All right, let's get through this. I want to talk about how to get from this. So I got some outcomes to explain, but we're gonna go right into the side T. So you got two paths in front of you. You know, it could be the path that everybody's trying to scare you to take and or stand your ground, or it could be the fear of taking a leap on a new path, and where you are, there's not much more you can get out of it, and it's time for you to pivot and, you know, create a new road for yourself, and you're scared to do that. You know what I mean? Most likely anything that's out of your comfort zone is the way you need to go. So for your side T, you got the Eight of Swords in reverse, you got the Nine of Cups, you got the King of Pentacles, right? You got the in reverse, you got the World in reverse, and you got the Four of Pentacles upright. So with the Eight of Swords, right? The Eight of Swords is usually a very good indicator that you've broken free of something. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like something that looks like an ending, something that looks like a dead end, just on the other side of it for you is your freedom, is your liberty, is your ease, is your relief, is your solution, even if it doesn't feel that way, right? Because on one side you got the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is breaking free from some sort of mental prison, or or this is like, that's like, looking at your cult leader and going, hey, this is bullshit, I'm not falling for this shit anymore, that kind of energy. And then with the Knight of Pentacles is like, something is just, it's just not going in the direction, it's not moving, it's not expanding, it's not producing, it's not profitable for you, right? And with the World, it's like, it's a cycle that keeps lingering on. It could just be time to change directions and move on. And your discomfort with this Nine of Cups here is showing you that, listen, it's trying to prompt you or trying to push you to know your worth, know your value, take your bags and go. On the next row, we've got the Star in reverse. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. We got the Page of Wands upright. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups. And on the outcome, we've got the Five of Cups, right? And so I got all this energy here, right? And then we arrive furthermore at abundance and fairness and equitable treatment, like in business, in a commitment, in an agreement. This is equal respect, equal opportunity, etc. Things of that nature here, right? And so we're arriving here on our outcome, and the meat of what's going on in here, we arrive here. So I'm gonna stop here and talk a little bit more about this, and then that's it. We'll go into the oracles.